Check, check. Mic check 1, 2. Alright, so in this video, it's not going to be too long. This is a book I'm going to be sharing a little information from. This is Sigils of Power and Transformation by Adam Blackthorn. I just got this book a few days ago. I haven't worked any of the magic in it yet. But the thing is, what I really wanted to put up here, because this is the book that the author says does not involve calling on any angels, demons, or any other spirits to carry out the magic. Alright. This book, from the author words, is just full of different sigils programmed with different intents to make an impact on your subconscious mind as you carry out the ritual. But I'm gonna read a little from here and use the author's words. So for the real new beginners, I know when you real new, because I've been there for sure, you real apprehensive. Most people that's new to it is going to be apprehensive about just hopping in and doing some ritual that calls for summoning spirits and shit. So, like, this is one of a book that would probably be good for someone wanting to do magic and wanting to get real results, but just not real comfortable with the whole working with spirits notion. So let me hit this and which a lot of people that see this video, that eventually see this video, like most people, I'm sure, don't even know what a sigil is or the purpose. Sigil magic is some of the easy magic you can do. You can actually create your own sigils if you so choose. But here's a book that's full of them. That's already done for you if you choose to take this route. So I'm about to read the first short chapter in the book. It's titled "The Power of Sigils." Alright, so if you're not familiar with working with sigil magic, then you might want to listen to this. Alright, I ain't gonna keep holding it. Here we go. The power of sigils. There are no magic words in this book that can make you rich. There is no secret symbol that can bring you love. Calling on spirits, angels, and gods is not what we're doing here. Magic can be complicated, boring, mind-boggling, or a total failure. But when you work with the sigils in this book, you throw out all the confusing magical garbage and get straight to the power of change. It's simple and direct, but the exciting truth is that magic does work. When you tap into the light of creation using these powerful rituals, magic can bring you the things you want. Sigils provide you with a visual code that unlocks the essence of magic. This book does not contain anything to do with witchcraft, spell casting, Kabbalistic ritual, evocation, or any other method of magic that you might be familiar with. It is pure sigil magic. Let me say it again. It is pure sigil magic, connecting your inner desires to the creative light of change. I'll explain what that means in plain English later in the book. There are 111 sigils in this book that can help with anything from self-confidence to luck, from healing to protection, from inspiration and intuition to love. The subject areas covered here are the magic of the mind, inspiring others, extended perception, fortune, love and friendship, breakthrough magic, spiritual magic, personal strength, peace magic, protection magic, personal healing, health magic, wisdom and education, business and finance, and employment magic. You can scan throughout the table of contents to see how many powers and abilities and ways to change are offered. This book does not call on angels, demons, or any spirits. The magic presented here is not bound to any religion, and it requires no magic words. You don't have to learn any difficult pronunciations or say a single word out loud. The magic requires no visualization and no equipment. You won't light a candle or wave a wand. All you need is this book, your own strong desire, and the will to carry out the instructions. The magic works because you have access to 111 secret sigils handed down from the ancient times. Every one of them can work wonders in the modern world. A sigil is nothing more than a drawing, but in this case, the drawing is so much more than you can imagine. Sigils exist throughout magic and come in many different forms. Some sigils can be used to contact spirits, and we've published those in other books by the Gallery of Magic. Some sigils can be invented by the user for a single specific purpose. I covered that in the Masterworks of Chaos Magic. The sigils in this book have a different history and a completely different application. The history and origin of these sigils will be dipped into later in this book, briefly, before we can get to the practical magic. Because that's what you're here for. Magic that works. But a tiny little magic history lesson is important to let you see how and why these sigils are more than random doodles. Sigils look like a bunch of squiggles wrapped up in a circle. They might look ordinary, like some crazy scribbling, or perhaps they make you shiver a little bit with a sense of magic. That's up to you. Whatever your first impression, these drawings bypass the conscious mind and connect you to a stream of creative light that has been channeled through the ages. Let me say that part again. Whatever your first impression, these drawings bypass the conscious mind and connect you to a stream of creative light that has been channeled through the ages. You connect to a stream of success and prosperity that has been working in the background, bringing peace and happiness to many. If it sounds too good to be true, don't believe me. Test it out. Everything we've ever said about magic in every book and blog post suggests you should never test the magic. You should trust it. That is true, usually. But if you're feeling skeptical, test run this magic on one problem, not a huge problem. Test it on something that feels like it just needs a little extra shove to make it happen. But there's a catch. You can't test it in a half-hearted, cynical way. When you're doing the magic, you must follow my instructions to the letter with full commitment and emotion. Do that, and the magic will work. This is not dark magic, but magic of light. You can do no harm with this magic to yourself or to others. If you succeed in business using this magic, it is not by bashing your competition into submission, but because you've made your business thrive in a way that makes it appeal to customers. If you succeed in love, it's not because you've drugged your would-be lover with spiritual confusion, but because you've opened up two hearts to the potential for love. But I think that's stretching the truth. From what I have seen, this magic is benign, harmless, kind, but effective. Call me a wishy-washy do-gooder if you want, but it's not my fault. That's just that nature of these particular sigils and the magic they connect you to. It's not all spiritual magic. There's plenty of material and financial magic too. Have a look at the table of contents. Have a look at the table of contents. Whatever's going on in your life, you'll find something you need here. Alright. So that's all I'm gonna read from that. Here's the book by Adam Blackthorne from the Gallery of Magic, Sigils of Power. If you're familiar with this channel any, then you know that sigils have been covered on this channel multiple times. Sigil magic was probably the first magic I really started off with doing rituals. Just making my own sigils. And it's very effective. But anyway, we're going to leave it at that.